Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how you can add social media icons to your Squarespace website. We'll talk about what social media icons actually are and how to ensure that they're linked to your social media profiles. I'll also talk you through how you can change the design and the colour of them so they fit in with your branding, and I'll show you how you can add them to the main body of a page or to the footer or to the header of your website. And then at the very end, I'm going to go through best practices for adding social media icons onto your website. So when it's appropriate to add them and when you might actually want to skip over and leave them out completely. If you're building a website on Squarespace and you haven't already got a copy of my Squarespace website checklist, I'll leave a link in the description box below. It's completely free to download and it goes through all the steps that you need to take before you launch. So social media icons are a really convenient way to invite your website visitors to come and have a look at your social media profiles and give you a follow on social media. And Squarespace actually make it really, really easy to add these icons across your website. So I'll show you how to do that today. Before you start adding the icons onto your website, you do actually need to just add all your social media links to the back end of your website. So in order to do that, you need to first hit the / key on your keyboard, which will bring up the search bar, and just type in social. And the first option that comes up is social links. So just click into that and you can see here that we already have by default the link to Squarespace's Instagram account and Squarespace's Facebook account. And we don't want either of those, we want our own. So first thing to do is click on the Instagram account and we can actually edit this one. So it says instagram.com/Squarespace. Your profile URL will be instagram.com/ whatever your handle is. So mine is Kavita Live. So I'll type that in and we'll save that. And the next one is Facebook. I don't actually want to display my Facebook icon on here. So I've clicked into Facebook and I've actually got the option to remove that one completely. But there are others that I want to add. So I want to add YouTube, youtube.com. And I want to add Pinterest. Okay, so those are my social media links that I've added onto my website. This is the order that they will display when you add them to your website pages. So if you wanted one to appear before the other, what you could do is just hover over it and you'll see this section here with the dots. If you just hold onto that and then drag, so now I've changed the order that they're going to appear in. So that's our links added. So if we come out of here, we can now start adding it onto our website pages. So what we first need to do is click Edit up here and scroll down to the section that we want to add our links to. So there's a gap here and I want to add my social links to here. I'm going to click here in the top right hand corner to add block, and this brings up the options to add all sorts of blocks onto your website. But in the search bar for this, if I type in social, we'll have the option to add social links, and here they've appeared. And I'm just going to drag them down here so we can see them a bit more clearly. So you can see I've got my YouTube, my Instagram and my Pinterest icons just here, and they've appeared in the order that I set earlier within the settings. So if I wanted to edit the design of these, what I would do is hover over the social links until the blue box appears, click, and then click on the pencil icon. And here we can edit the design, and we can also edit whether we want all of them to appear in this area or not. So for example, if I didn't want my Instagram to appear in this particular area, what I could do is click on Instagram and just toggle this off. And if we go back, we'll see that the Instagram icon has disappeared. Likewise, if I had one hidden but I wanted to make it visible again, I would just click on it, and you can see here it says hidden. So we'll click on it and then toggle it on and click back, and my Instagram icon has now reappeared again. If we want to change how these icons actually appear, then we need to click over onto the design tab, and here we've got loads and loads of different options. So the first one is the border. I've currently got no border on the icons, but we could have a square border, or we could have a circular border, or we could have a square border with rounded corners. And we've got here options for knockout, outline and solid. So this is what the knockout looks like. An outline will just give you an outline around the icon, and you've got the option here to adjust the thickness of the outline. So I do like the way that looks, but I like it a little bit thinner. And then we've also got solid there, and I'm going to keep them as solid. We've got the option here as well to align them left, central or right. And the rest of the text in this particular section is left aligned. So I'm going to left align my social icons as well. And then down here, we can actually change the size of them. So currently they're set to small, but if you wanted them a bit bigger, you could adjust the size of them there. So that's the social icons. The other thing you can do is if you just click on the content block again, you can actually align them vertically. So currently they are aligned to the top of the content block, but if you click on this arrow button here, you can align them centrally or you can align them to the bottom. So depending on how you think the spacing is compared to whatever you've got above it, you might choose to change the alignment of them vertically as well. So that's how you add them into a section on your website. Now let's talk about how you can actually change the color of them. So to do that, we just have to go over to Site Styles, which is this paintbrush icon in the top right-hand corner. And if we just navigate down to colors over here, click the arrow next to colors, and we just need to find out what theme is being used in this section. So it says it just here, which is lightest one, which is the one with the off-white background. Here is my lightest one theme, and we need to click on the pencil icon here. And we just need to scroll down until we find social icons. So let's have a look. Okay, here we go. Social links block. This is exactly what we want to look for. And currently we can see our main color is set to this black color and the secondary color is the off-white color that we have in our palette. But if we wanted to change the appearance of that, we could. So let's change the main color first. We can do that by clicking on this circular of black over here, and it brings up our core 5 colors in our palette. So we can change the color to navy or to this lovely coral color, whatever we want to. And we also have the option to add a custom color from the color picker if we wanted to. I do prefer to stay within my core 5 colors in my color palette for a more cohesive look. So I'm going to change them to this lovely coral color. And then if we click out of that, we can change the secondary color as well. So that will change the actual icon within the box. So I could make that pale pink, I could make that navy, I could make that black. I don't like the way that looks. So let's just change. No, I don't like that either. So let's make the main color navy and let's make the secondary color off-white. I think that looks nice. Okay, so we'll keep them there. So that's how you can go in and change the design and the color of your social icons. Now, if you wanted to add them into your footer, you can do that too. So if we come out of here, I'll show you how to add them into your footer. Firstly, click save, so you've saved the design of it, and then scroll all the way down to your footer. And if you just roll over your footer, you can click here where it says edit site footer, and adding things into your footer is just the same as adding it into any other section of your website. So just click here where it says add block on the right hand side, and again you can just type social and click on the social links. And here they are, but you can see they're not styled how I styled them previously higher up. The styling is the default, how it comes up. So if you wanted them to look how you'd done them previously, you would need to go in and restyle them. But again, you've got the options to align them vertically, and everything here is left aligned. So I'm just going to align it to the left. And I actually quite like the design here. I think they look nice, they look subtle, but they're definitely there. So people can click on my social profiles if they want to. So I'm happy with that. I'm going to click save. And the last thing I want to show you is how to add them into your header. So the header is this top part of your website just here. So just roll over the header. And you'll see over here on the left, it says add elements. So if you click on the button where it says add elements, and the second option down is social links, you just need to toggle that on. And you can see my social links have now appeared in the top right hand corner. So these again are the 3 that I've got. And if we click on the social links actual content box and click on the pencil, again, we have all the same options of we can either hide one or make it visible. So that's it hidden. Or we can change the design of them. So I might want them to appear as circles up here in my header and say I want them solid. And they've appeared as this coral colour. And of course, I can go in and change the colour if I want to. Now, just because we can add social media links into the header of our website doesn't mean that we necessarily should. The header is often the first part of the website that your site visitors will see. And really, this is prime space on your website for us to be inviting your site visitors to stay on your website and to read more about you, more about your services, to get in touch with you, maybe to download a lead magnet so they can get onto your email list. And these social media links do act as a distraction from that. And with them being so high up on your website, people potentially will just land on your website, see that you're on their favorite social media platform, click off your website again and follow you on there, but they haven't done the thing that you want them to do, which is read about your services or to get in contact with you. They've just given you a follow on Instagram or whatever it might be. And to be honest, this isn't good for your SEO either. So your SEO is how far you rank up on your Google search results or other search engine results. So if people come onto your website and then immediately click off, that increases your bounce rate. And that's negative as far as SEO is concerned. But it also reduces your dwell time, which is how long people actually spend on your web pages. So you want to keep your dwell time as high as possible and your bounce rate as low as possible. So having these social media links isn't good for SEO either. If you want to add social media links to your website, and I do think they're a really, really good idea to have them on your website. So if people aren't quite ready to buy from you just yet, you give them the opportunity to connect with you on other platforms. Have them further down on your website. So, for example, we put them really far down on this page, very near the bottom, just here. And then your footer is a great place to have your social media links because that will appear on every single page. People can connect with you on other platforms, but they will still be encouraged to read your whole web page before clicking off onto a social media platform. What you can put here instead is a call to action button where you actually invite your site visitors to maybe explore your services or download a freebie or to get in touch with you. And I have another video which shows you how you can add a button to this header section. I'll link it in the description box below, so you can go ahead and watch that, and you could put a button here to fill the empty space. So that's it for social media icons and how to add them onto your Squarespace website. If you found this video helpful, please remember to give it a like and please subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any further Squarespace tutorials. I've left a link to my Squarespace website checklist in the description box below. Be sure to grab that. And thank you so much for watching, and I wish you all the best with your website.